If you want to work effectively, if you want to be at your most productive, it's worth knowing that there are some times in a working week which are particularly well suited to your focused attention. I call these times special times. And in this video, I want to show you what the 5 types of special time are. Type 1 is golden hour. Most of us have a special time during the day when we are at the peak of our mental energy and creativity, when we find it easy to get into the flow of things and getting stuff done just seems to happen easily and comfortably. If you know when your golden hour is, when you are at your most productive, then save your most creative, most demanding work for that time and don't allow any other kind of work to intrude upon it. For me, it's early in the morning, so I won't open up my email until I've spent a good hour working on that most important thing. Type 2 is prime time. You may not be at your most creative, but you know there are other times in the day when your energy is likely to be high. Maybe it's mid-morning, maybe it's later on in the afternoon. However your body works, if you know when prime time is for you, save this time for other important things. They may not be the most creative things that you need to do, but if they demand your concentration, if they demand your energy, do them at prime time. Type 3 is creative time. Many people are able to build the conditions they need to be creative. A lot of this is about creating an environment, but it's also about recognizing that there are certain triggers or stimuli to our creativity. And if you know what they are and you need to come up with ideas, you need to plan something new, you need to think afresh about something, then use your creative time. For some of us, it's when we're in the shower, or relaxing, enjoying a cup of coffee, or going for a run, or gardening. Whenever it is, if you know you need to solve a problem or think innovatively, then creative time is the special time for that task. Type 4 is what I call the next bend time. The next bend is what's going to happen in the future that you can't see at the moment. And often we can't see what's going to happen in the future because we don't allow ourselves the time to recognize that our unconscious mind knows the answers. So the next bend is the time you set aside to put other concerns out of your mind, to open your awareness to what's going on. Typically in a working week, I will set aside 1 hour to go and have a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, and all I will have with me is a notebook and pen. And I will allow my mind to wander. Sometimes it will come up with clever, creative insights. Sometimes it will spot trends. Sometimes a realization will dawn. And I'm not coming up with these ideas at that moment. By relaxing, by putting other things out of my mind, I'm allowing those ideas that have been bubbling up in my unconscious to emerge into my conscious awareness. And type number 5 is focus time. For me, focus time is the gaps between big important activities when we've got very little to do. It's very easy to squander that time. But since it's a gap between 2 important activities, we don't have anything important to do, we can focus fully on something else. For me, a great example of focus time is the 15 minutes before I go in to meet somebody. I've got there early, I've got some spare time, I can enjoy a cup of coffee in a local cafe, and I can do some reading, or I can do some thinking, or I can do some planning, or I can make some notes. I can focus on one simple task and do it really well, knowing that there's nothing else I have to do because I've arrived in good time, and a meeting will happen at the appointed time and I'm not going to be late. Fill the little gaps between important things with useful activities. That's the kind of special time I call focus time. It's very easy to spend your days as a continuous step from one thing to another without giving it any real thought. And yes, you can be productive, but can you be as effective as possible? I would argue that the step from productivity to true effectiveness is about using special time well to leverage up to a higher level of attainment, to more than just simple productivity, to powerful insights and excellence in what you produce. And that's why special time is important. Please give us a thumbs up if you like this video. There's loads more great management courses content to come, so please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell so you don't miss any of it. I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video, and in the meantime, keep learning.